So my first step is to cleanse the nostrils using Waxperts cleanser on a folded over cotton pad. My next step is to apply Waxperts pre-wax oil, and I'll do this by applying the oil onto a cotton pad, work the oil into the pad, then fold it over and fold it again so it's in a triangle shape. Then you can pop it up into the nostril to work the oil into the skin and then onto the surrounding area of the nose itself, where you'll be leaving your lip of the hot wax for removal. So tissue off any excess oil, and now we're ready to wax. Using a small facial spatula, I'm going to apply the wax by holding the nose to the side and just place the wax down and work it up into the side of the nose and into those hairs on the inside of the nostril. So pushing all the excess wax up to the top onto the tip of the nose, so you can leave that there for your lip for removal. So make sure that your wax patch is as even as possible. So we have one side done, and now I'm going to move on to the other nostril, working my wax from the bottom up to the top of the nose, and I'm working on the opposite side of the nostril this time. So again, working and pressing the wax in onto the hair inside the nostril and onto the surrounding skin of the nose. Remember that wax patches here can take a little bit longer to set, so if you need to, you can use your cotton pad from the beginning of the treatment to help set your patch a little bit quicker. Make sure the whole patch is fully set before you remove. So stretch to the side, grip your tab and remove. Press down on the skin to ease any discomfort for the client. And you can see from the patch there's great removal. Lots of fine hairs but a few coarse ones also. So now we're ready to remove the second patch. So again, stretch the nose over and pull. Place your finger down to ease any discomfort. And again, super removal. So by really pressing the wax in on top of the hairs and moving the hairs into your piece of wax, you get perfect removal like that. So now we're going to reapply some pre-wax oil, and I'm going to do the opposite sides on each nostril now. So again, using a small facial spatula, I'm going to get a small bead of Waxperts Original Hot Wax, and I'm going to place it on the outside of the nostril now. So again, starting from the bottom and working the way up to the top of the nose. Really work the wax in onto the nostril hair, and then any excess out and up onto the surrounding skin, leaving your lip on the top of the nose. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So again, on this nostril, I'm applying my wax on the inside and place it on from the bottom and working the wax up into the nostril hair with good pressure, working all that excess wax up to the top where I can leave my lip for removal to ensure that I have a good grip when I do go to pull that off. So again, remember your wax may take a little bit longer to set here, so ensure that it's fully set before you remove it. So now that I know the wax patch is fully set, I'm ready to remove. Press in to ease any discomfort. And this was a great removal. Really good pressure, means that the hairs will come out quite well. If your pressure is anyway light, you're not going to get as good removal. So now I'm ready to remove the next patch. So making sure that it's set. If you feel that your wax patch is tacky or it's still quite soft, make sure to just firm it up with the cotton pad. Really great removal there. So now I'm going to just apply some more pre-wax oil, because there's a couple of hairs on either side of each nostril that I want to go back in and get with some wax. So using a facial spatula again, I'm going to apply my wax onto the lower section of the nostril here where there's a few remaining hairs that I want to get. And really working the wax in onto those hairs with firm pressure to make sure I get them out this time. And I'm going to do the same on the other side of the nostril. So again, there's a couple of hairs that would bother me, and I know if they bother me, they're going to bother the client. So I want to make sure that I get those. So really working the wax into those hairs and making sure the hairs are embedded into the wax patch. So use your cotton pad if needed to help these wax patches set. And now we're ready to remove. So making sure it's set, and then making sure I have a firm grip. Stretch the client's skin and pull. Use your finger to relieve any sting. So my final step now is to cleanse the area. Ensure that there's no pre-wax oil residue left. So you can see how clean it is now. So again, using the cleanser on the cotton pad folded over, just to make sure there's no residue of any oil and the skin is nice and clean and cooled down, and we're all done.